There's huntsman work, and then there's work that only a huntsman can stomach. In Mistral, you'll get both kinds. Full of thieves and assassins, this is a region where the people can be just as, if not more, dangerous than the Grimm. If you don't know how to watch yourself, a wrong back alley can swallow you up just as easily as a manticore. It's the type of place where secrets live in the open. Perfect for the brazen sort to make an unscrupulous living. Unlike Vacuo, this isn't where people go to disappear. It's where they go to make empires. Hidden amongst the winding mountains and in the belly of the underworld, you're sure to find them. Just make sure you don't stick your nose too far where it doesn't belong.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of the Grimm campaign. I am your headmaster and host, Eddie Rivas, and joining me are the rest of our players. These guys.
What if we did like a fun thing where we all played each other's characters?
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's start by introducing ourselves, starting at the top left with Chad.
Sure. Hey, I'm Chad, and I play Asher Mora.
I am Carrie, is my name, and I play Pike Wright.
I'm Laura, and I play Arashtra Sky.
And I am Chris, and I play Phoenix Nemean, and I know how microphones work.
So yeah, we're going to be picking up where we left off last week. We just put these guys into a brand new adventure, new campaign that we started up. And Mr. Pike Wright is going to walk us through what happened last week.
Well, joke's on you. I took notes. So the ham leader, Hana leader. My handwriting's terrible.
The ham leader?
It's straight up
The ham leader.
I wrote ham leader.
The ham leader sent out the sausage boys.
Vermilion. Hey, you know what? Here's how I'm gonna recap this.
Yep, do it.
I'm gonna just read you the notes that I took.
Okay.
And that's
God.
it. Ham or Hana leader. Vermilion. Alive? Wave. Lemon. I was just reminding myself.
Yes, he's alive. Yes.
Old relay tower. 1 day walk from city. Takaya. That's all I wrote. Graydon. Not in gang. And that is where we're at.
That's where we're at. Yeah, I'm not. We're just gonna jump in from there because that was perfect.
Okay, anyway, so we found the camp nearby where the radio tower is. We found that there were people there. I, very hungrily, made a lot of ruckus and got invited to the campfire to enjoy some delicious chili, which was going super well until a friend of ours, the old sheriff, he noticed me from his little prison cell, and I imagine it's like makeshift bamboo like cell like right around the corner.
I should have killed him.
Meanwhile, Arashtra, Pike, and Asher were sneaking around to kind of check some stuff out where they saw our sheriffy friend. So we're sitting there, I'm enjoying this chili, and then Alabaster calls me out, and they look at me, and they're not very happy with me, and they took my bowl of chili away, and now I'm sad and also angry. And now there are two Pikes.
There's Pike left, and Pike right. Yeah. So
the other important thing, we did find out that the thing that we need to do, which is power this tower,
yes, that's what I was
would
gonna get to.
take away their entire livelihood because they've diverted the power, and it's how their whole little civilization thrives. So
yeah,
they got kids.
They've got families living in the caverns, right? They're protecting them. They're just trying to make their way of life out here. They've been raiding different people that go to Kuchinashi, and they are worried that by activating this tower that they are going to draw some attention to themselves once this tower goes up. But you guys need it to call for help, which is why Alabaster came here in the first place. So yeah, that's where we find ourselves. You guys are throwing down, or well, maybe you might not be throwing down. You are.
You're scared.
You're just having a thing is popping off with Graydon and his crew. Arashtra and Pike are still hidden. And Asher has come out, and that is where we find ourselves. And everyone's pointing weapons at everybody. There's a lot of shouting. There's a lot of stuff going on. Asher, what are you saying to start us off?
Hey, let's just take a moment and let's all just calm down here, okay? I came walking out because I wanted to have a conversation with you, all right?
He's staring at you for a second. He's looking back and forth between you and Phoenix, and he was like, "How many more of you are there?"
There's a couple more. And that's the thing.
I'm going ahead and I'm inspecting my weapon, just like, is it everything looking good? Okay. I'm just
At this point,
I didn't brandish it.
And I recognize it's Asher, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you in forever.
No, stop.
Okay, you gotta give me a charisma check on that, or a bluff check on that one.
I rolled an 18 plus 2, got a 20.
Okay, so they buy it first. They're kind of buying it. The tension ratchets down, but it was at like a 10. It's down to like a 9.5, right? Like they are not going to start shooting their weapons.
He
You're
got
not
a
rolling for
20.
initiative.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, they believe him.
I'll let it
They
slide.
believe him, but that's not going to diffuse all the tension right away.
Yeah.
He lied to them, and now there's people popping out of the woods. And Asher just told him there's more of you. So these guys are on high alert. Yeah, he's looking over at Asher. He's like, how many more? And he's still looking around at the woods. Why are you here?
There's a couple more. Listen, you guys, you seem like reasonable people.
We are very
didn't know.
reasonable.
All right. Well, we didn't know what to expect. I'm sure you can, put yourself in my situation. You come across the camp, people's got some weapons. Like, didn't know what to expect. But once I saw that you had Alabaster in a cage, I figured we could have a conversation.
He's looking over at you, Phoenix, and he's still looking kind of betrayed. And he's like, we did the forearm brother clasp.
I wasn't
Were
lying.
you planning an attack?
No, of course not. I came here. I was very hungry. I was just looking for food and friendship.
At this point, Alabaster is very much into what's going on, and he's like, "Hey, where's the rest of y'all's team? There was that Faunus girl and the little one." He's like, "I can help you guys. We need to call for help. I know the old access codes. It'll go real easy for you if you just let me out. Just take care of these guys. Let me out. We can all call for help up top. They are not going to let you use this communications tower."
Arashtra, should we sneak back out of the camp so it doesn't look like we were like trying to do some shit?
It's like ongoing ruse.
I want to sneak out of the camp.
Eddie,
Well, if you're
Eddie,
gonna
weren't
do that, I'm
prepared
gonna
for
go
that.
with you.
No.
Okay. We're gonna sneak out. It's gonna be really
All right,
good.
give me stealth checks. You're sneaking.
4. I mean, dang it.
I got 17.
Arashtra, you're able to slip away back towards the woods.
Can I use an aura point?
No, you had to do that first.
You had to do it before.
Okay, so Arashtra, you're able to slip away, but behind you, Pike, you trip over what you will later realize was the perfect piece of firewood, and you fall over on your face, and the bushes rustle, and your drill, like you try to hope that you like don't poke, but your drill is definitely like poking out from behind this tent, and now
I didn't get a
weapons
1.
now the weapons are trained on you, and Graydon's calling out, "Who's over there?"
Oh, Pike, it's good to see you again. They have some delicious chili here. You should
Chad,
come
I'm really
join
sorry.
me.
I stand up. Whoa, where have you guys been?
Graydon at this point, he's like lowered his weapon. He's like not like in fighting mode. He's kind of lowered his weapon. He's like, wait, okay, so hold on.
I haven't seen y'all forever.
Okay, so you two also have not seen each other in a really long time. And he's pointing at Asher and Pike.
Yeah, we got split up in the woods back there, so we've just been like, whoa, where's everybody? What's this I hear about chili?
At this point, Mitchell, the guy that made the chili, just kicks over the bucket and spreads it all over the floor. Nobody is getting any more chili.
Don't do that.
He did it
Nobody's getting
angrily?
any more chili. He
Wow.
is highly offended. Graydon asked you guys if you guys also have been separated from each other, and just so I'm clear, Pike's response was that also you and Asher have separately not seen each other in a long time.
We
As you
got,
come
He said we
out
got
of this-
separated in the woods. So
separated in the woods.
forever's a relative term here.
Alabaster's yelling at this point, like, just kill him. Just kill all of them and let me out.
We're coming for you next.
Don't say next. Look, yes, we did come out to turn the tower back on because we need to get some important communications out because, a lot of bad stuff's going down. But obviously the situation's changed a little bit, so why don't we just talk about it?
Graydon has actually been disarmed by how stupid all of this is, because he like lowered his weapon. He's like, "Wait, hold on." He cannot believe the stories that are going on here. So he's not at high alert as much anymore. Like everybody else is still like, but they're kind of following his lead. His weapon is down. He's like, "I can understand your predicament. It sounds like you need to use the communications tower, but the answer is no, because that is our way of life, and you will let people know who we don't want to know where we are, that we are here. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to walk away with your dignity intact and with your lives.
And also more
And that is
chili?
it."
Yeah, question about that. Don't you think that with the other communication tower being down. It's down, by the way, which is why we're here. More and more people are going to be coming this way. So wouldn't it make more sense to, let us divert the power back, get some important communications out? Maybe we can find you guys a new spot, or maybe we then, just undo it after that. After
we can make
go
some
away.
chili together.
Do you think you're just gonna? So what? We just pick up our way of life. We pick up our families. We start. What? Come with you somewhere?
No,
what do we?
No. You don't pick up. You just pause your way of life for an indeterminate amount of time.
One of you is gonna give me a persuasion check real quick.
18.
He looks at you. He's like, "Listen, I totally get where you're coming from here. I would like to let you be able to use this, but there is a chance that when you use it, people are gonna know where we are. We've been robbing these people for years, and once they hear that there's a broadcast going on, it gets alerted to them, they're gonna come for us. So we need some kind of assurance that if that starts to happen, you're gonna turn it off. You're not gonna go through with it, or you're gonna protect us or something."
We just need to get in touch with some more huntsmen, because I don't know if you've seen, the pillars of smoke and the flames that have been coming from Kuchinachi, but it's not in a good
riddance.
state.
I have seen them.
Right, terrible place. I've had my own bed. Yep, see, there it is right there.
Yeah.
Real bad. So listen, we just need to get some help so that we can kind of get that place under control, because, you say what you will about the city, there's some good people there, and we don't want them to get hurt.
Graydon, looking around, there's an indeterminate number of children here. But you know what? For all of the bad in Kuchinashi, there's an indeterminate number of children there too. Do you want to let them die?
Okay, so he's hearing all this, and some of his other guys are kind of like murmuring amongst themselves. They really don't want Graydon to go through with this, but your words are getting through to him, and he's kind of looking up at, so last time, in case we don't remember, right, there's like a cliff that's leading up to this communications tower. There's sort of like a shed or shack or whatever that houses some of like the technical components of this. He looks up towards that, and he's thinking about it, and he's like, "Okay, I can let you guys take a look at it, but the second that anything seems like it's going wrong, I need you to turn it off. Can you give me your word that you will do that?"
I want you to know that you can trust us. So I'm going to let you know that while I haven't seen these two in a while,
We have our hands up.
there's one more with me.
Oh my
I don't.
God.
I don't.
He's so
I don't.
annoyed.
I don't. Look, I'm telling you. It's not an ambush. That's why I'm trying to. We were scared. But I just want to get that out now, so that you don't think I'm trying to pull one over on you. Arashtra, come on out.
Arashtra sighs and walks out of the woods.
We're all good.
He's
Everything's okay.
so annoyed. He's got like his head hanging low, and he's like, "Are there any more of you?" And Alabaster's back there. He's like, "Nope, that's it. That's all 4."
You got my word that if something goes wrong, we'll shut it off.
Okay, so yeah, you've convinced him to let you use this tower. Who's heading up there? Is anyone staying down in the camp? What's the deal with this?
Here's my plan.
Are you saying this out
Are
loud?
we in a huddle?
I would
Because-
like to bounce this off the team. One second. We need to discuss something.
So if you're asking Graydon if you guys can whisper amongst yourself after all of this.
I don't mind. I'll tell you what. Why don't we all go take a look at it? All right, let's all head up there.
You guys get up there, right? There's like a series of kind of like little rock faces, right? It's a little bit of a walk. As you guys kind of go up, you also see, once you're a little bit closer and further up the cliff, you can see through these nets that were kind of hiding their encampment. And so you can kind of see in there that they've got some like power set up in there. They've got some more kind of tents and bunks and stuff, and it looks like there's probably 4 or 5 families in there, and you can tell that they've kind of carved some space out for themselves in this mountain. And once you get up a little bit closer, you can kind of see where they've kind of repurposed the power. You get up to the top, and he kind of escorts you past. He had 2 riflemen up there, watching with these kind of high-powered looking sniper rifles, and takes you all the way to the top. And from here, you can kind of look out over this valley a little bit, and you still see this communications tower, which does appear, it's old, but it does appear to be in working order. But yeah, so he lets you into this little space that's this little build out from the bottom of the tower, and inside, right, you see all the different pieces of tech that are keeping this thing running, and you go to the computers and you can tell that this is running on kind of like old CCT firmware, a few versions down from what you guys kind of have on your scrolls. But Takaya gave you some ways to get around that. It just might take a little bit of technical proficiency.
Pike has a very specific ability.
What's that?
The question is, do we want to leave it up to fate on if we can get this thing working? Or does anyone feel that they have the technical proficiency to make this thing work? Rastra, you're pretty technically inclined, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking we give it a shot.
So what do we need to do here?
Okay,
Are we
yeah.
checking it out? Perception? What are we doing?
Yeah, go ahead and give me investigation checks.
10.
Okay.
I rolled 10.
So yeah, you go up to this thing, you boot it on, and you kind of follow the different instructions, hooking your scroll up to it that Takaya gave you, and you get success, right? You are able to broadcast this message out, right? There's like kind of like a little old timey microphone sitting in front of this thing, and you guys can start to record the message that you want to kind of put out on the Huntsman Network.
Who's
doing it? That's
who we thinking?
I feel like
Asher, you wanna take
Asher
it?
should probably take it away.
I mean, the first thing that I would like to say is like Kuchinashi's on fire.
Well, we needed to make sure we mentioned that we only have communication for a few minutes because we're not going to be able to follow up.
So order of information is city bad.
Kuchinashi's on fire.
I feel like
Can't
we should say
talk long.
city worse.
Yeah,
Grim.
city.
Yeah.
City.
Okay, so the wave
City-
have
these are
taken
the bullet
over
points.
Kuchinashi. Everything's on fire. Communications are down, so we only have a few minutes to get the message out, and we need
Grim
Huntsman help.
controlled help.
I think Kushinashi worse than normal. Help now, please. And then we can start getting into more details. Gang's
Listen,
worse. Fire's
We're not
bad.
making a haiku.
Okay.
refrigerator.
So Rasha, you're recording this message, right? Everything is still syncing up, and right, this communication tower is booting up to life. Right, you hear this kind of rumble as the power starts to get affected down below. All of a sudden, on one of the other screens, right, because there's screens kind of all around this console, right? One of the other screens starts lighting up, and you guys see that that you are now pinging the other relay tower, and all of a sudden you hear something crackle to life, and there's somebody on the other end. And they're like, wait, what's going on? Who is this?
Well, who's this?
You hear some whispering going on the other end, and
I want to use my teddy bear ears for perception.
Oh, there you
Like
go.
a-
oh, go for it,
Love
go for it, go for it.
I got a 9 total.
You hear just enough of something that sounds like keep them on the line. So at this point, Graydon starts freaking out, and he's like, shut it off, shut it off.
Listen, send Huntsman to Kuchinashi. It's on fire. There's a gang there. We need all the help we can get.
At that point, everything goes very quiet. So what are you doing? Are you turning it off? Are you staying
Ripping
on
my
it?
soul apart because of you.
Wait. So wait, if we kill the connection to them, it's also going to kill the upload?
Yeah, Graydon wants
Yes.
you guys to power this thing down, stop transmitting. And he's getting pretty nervous now. His hand is kind of reaching towards his weapon a little bit. He's like, we had a deal. You guys said you would turn it off if things started to go wrong. He's like, someone on the other end knows that we're here.
Can we mute that mic for a second?
Yeah, you could, yeah. If you want to mute it, we can
Okay, I just
consider
want
it
to say,
muted.
Graydon, yeah. 100%. Yes. We want to know who this is so we can figure out if they're actually a problem or not. So if we can just figure that out, then we can kill it. Yeah.
And so he's looking at you and he's like, who do you think is on the other end? It's gotta be the Wave Gang.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, so here's the thing. This is what I'm worried about. If we power it down, then I feel that's what I'm worried about. If we power it down, I feel like we're starting from square one again. If I knock the dude out and we power the mission and we let the message go out, you know that people are gonna come rolling up and kill like all these families. So like,
I use my semblance.
Okay.
oh.
Okay, what are you using your semblance to do?
Yes.
What I'd like to do is I'm looking inside to figure out what I can say to the people on the other end of the mic to get them to give us more information.
Okay, give me a roll.
I'm rolling a 12-sided die. If it's a
I'm so
1 through
stressed.
4, it's a critical fail. If it's a 5 through 8, it's a neutral result. And if it's 9 through 12, it's a critical success. 11!
Yes!
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited.
Okay, so you
Deal with that, Eddie.
okay, let's do it. So you walk up to this microphone and you feel this kind of like this kind of like inner peace roll over you, and it is compelling you towards this microphone. Graydon's getting really worked up, and
Can you inhabit my character?
yeah. Let's just do it. Yeah. So you are feeling this kind of like this pulling of fate, right? Strings pulling you towards this microphone. Graydon's getting really worked up. You hold your hand out to calm him down, and he kind of takes a step back for a second, sensing this like this exuding like inner peace from you, and you lean into the microphone and you're like, "Hey, how's your ragamuffin doing?" And there's this long staticky silence on the other end, and then the guy's like,
Awfully personal question.
How did you know about ragamuffin?"
You know, I was just worried, and I thought I would just ask. I just want you to know that there's people here who will listen, and you know, if you want advice, awesome. But if not, if you just need somebody to talk to, you know, yeah, I'm here.
The other end, he's like super stunned, and he was like, "Oh man," and he's like, I gotta go. Hold on, I need to go check on my husband. And he kind of goes rushing off, and you hear some scrambling on the other end, and it's kind of silent, and it cuts out of the other end, and the status bar goes up like another 10-15%, so you're at like 20-25% now. Graded is a little less concerned, and yeah, there's definitely some scrambling happening on the other end, but as that happens, right, something jams up top. As the communications tower right, that was kind of spinning up, you hear something like a loud noise happening, and Graydon rushes outside. He's like, "Oh no, it looks like there's a jam up there. Someone's gonna need to go up there."
I feel like Arashtra.
I'll go.
would be
Yeah,
really-
I'll climb up there.
If you're gonna climb up there, you're gonna give me an athletics check.
If
got
I were
13.
to,
You start waking your way up to the top, and once you get up there, you see that the dish is kind of stuck, and we will come back to that in just a second, right? The progress bar is still stuck. Graydon is starting to get a little nervous again.
Hey, how about you and Phoenix go get some chili? That all seemed like that was going really well.
I would
and-
love to get more chili.
like,
but
Mitchell-
mine was
Mitchell-
on the ground.
Mitchell spilled all the chili on purpose.
How about we go, Phoenix and I and you and Mitchell? Let's all go chat and kind of talk this out, and like, you know, see if there's anything we can do to make each other all feel better.
Okay, so
That's not
before you
sexual.
guys could do that, you hear someone come back on the other line, right? It's a different voice this time, and this person is a voice that you actually recognize. It is the voice of Lemon, the leader of the Wave Gang, and she's like, "Hello, Team Sapphire. It is not a pleasure to hear your voices again, but thanks for broadcasting your location to me." Yeah, give me perception checks.
I got a 10.
nat 20.
I got an 8.
Asher, you kind of pick up in the distance from kind of the airship port specifically, right? You hear kind of the telltale like whine of like a high pitched dust engine on an airship, and you hear kind of that little blast you get from breaking the sound barrier as that little like pop tells you that there is an airship that has left from Kuchinashi and is blasting towards you guys at a very high speed. So that's going on.
right.
Arashtra, you need to deal with this communications dish. How do you want to deal with that?
I mean, is it something? Am I able to just tilt it back into place or fix it?
Would you? Well, I guess it comes down to: are you going to try to fix this with like your brains or your brawn?
I mean, I'm gonna try brains first, but I can't.
Yeah, go
tell
to
what's
give
going
me
on. So let's
give me an
yeah,
intelligence check.
20.
All right, so yeah, you're able to inspect it closer, and you see kind of where the hitch was. You see that there's some like old wires right there that got tangled up and are jamming this thing up, and you're able to get up there and kind of pull those things out. And this thing starts to move again, and the broadcast meter down below jumps up to about 50%. From where you are, you can also now see kind of like the little afterburner dust light of this airship that is coming at you very fast. And since Asher got that nat 20 from where you're looking, right, you can tell that this isn't just some like cargo ship or like
Yeah, we know.
right, this is a fighter / bomber type ship.
All right, I would like to turn and yell that to the team. Like, hey, we got company. It looks like some sort of bomber ship. Whatever your name is, I'm sorry, I forgot it in the moment, but go get your people and like get them into the trees. Like,
I just kind of want to add to that and say to Graydon, we've all got a situation here. We're all gonna work on this together. I think if you can get families to safety, let's all work together, and we'll be together. So let's move out of this, and no one touch the computer, and let's go get ready to save this village.
He is incredibly pissed off at this point, and he's like, "You just doomed us."
Can I at least try a persuasion roll?
Yeah, go for it.
oh,
17.
Okay, yeah. So he looks at you, and he's big, like, angry sigh, and he's like, "You just doomed all of us." And he leaves to go start rounding his people up. You hear this
we're not doomed if we win.
This loud alarm kind of spreads out, and you hear everyone down below is calling. They're trying to get people moving. I'm going to bring you guys into Tailspired now so we can kind of see the layout of this. All right, so we are in Tailspire now. Thanks to Bouncy Rock again for supporting us with this, and now our guys and
our
gals have
characters.
their characters to look at here. If we want to pull out a little bit and kind of show this whole map, you guys skipped all the combat that we were going to do because you talked.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of space down there.
Yeah, you managed to talk your way through, but yeah, so this is kind of the camp that we're dealing with. We're probably not going to be moving around too much here, right? I just wanted you to see the layout that we're going to be working with for the next piece of this. Yeah, so if you want to pan around there or spin around there to the side of the cliff, you can kind of see where all these families are. I think it's on the other side. You can see where all these families are going to be. So Graydon's moving to them. You guys are up there, and this is what we were working with. So if you guys want to call out your initiative rolls, and then we can get you set up here.
I was an 8.
It was a 9.
I got a 6.
I got 11.
Awesome. So yeah, here we are at the top of the cliff. You guys have this this airship racing towards you guys. And this is our initiative order here. I guess I should roll for
the
me.
airship's initiative.
Just do one.
Cool. I'm gonna be in between Asher and Pike. This airship, it's like rocketing towards you guys crazy fast. It swoops down over this cliff, and you see this drops this this small dust bomb out of the bottom of it, and it plummets towards the ground, and it actually hits near the base of the cliff.
We didn't even get a chance to stop it.
Oh, I'm surprised.
It actually drops near the base of the cliff down there and lights up a row of fire down near the bottom of the camp, and it swoops around and circles back, and it is circling back for another run at you guys.
Where's Alabaster's cage? Was he caught in that fire? That's what I would like to know.
He was not caught in that blast, but
he
will not make it too long down there with that fire spreading.
Eddie, I'm going to go ahead and, with my very recent newfound respect for actually giving a damn about people, I guess, even though Alabaster is a pain, and I'm going to go ahead and blindly make a break for where he was.
So, so you're just going to start like kind of bounding down there?
Yeah, I'm bounding down.
All right, give me an athletics check then.
Oh,
that's not bad. 10 plus 4, 14.
So yeah, you run off to the edge of this thing. You see this fire spreading down there.
Oh God.
By Alabaster, and we'll go ahead and get you like halfway down the cliffs, right? You like leap over the edge without even saying anything to anybody, I guess.
Yeah, that's
you like bound over, and we'll get you about. Let's see. Yeah, that's
all
probably
right.
pretty
Let's
good.
all talk and come up with a plan.
So Phoenix has gone over the edge, and now we go to Arashtra. And remember, this whole time this thing is circling around, and we'll see what happens when it comes back around.
I have a question. If I cast Fog Cloud, does that only inhibit their visibility, or does it also affect our ability to see them?
Yeah, so do you want to obscure the tower? I was gonna give you a hint, but I'm not gonna give you anything, so
thanks.
I will leave it up to you what you want to obscure.
I'm gonna obscure the tower.
Yeah, is this something you do with your weapon, right? With dust, I'm guessing.
It's just part of my level 1 spellcasting abilities. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this would be like air dust or water dust, right? Creating this fog and this mist, and you cause that to obscure the tower at the very top of the cliff, and you guys are obscured a little bit. This thing is still circling around, starting to get closer by the second. Asher, to you.
I want to use my action though. That was just I want to use my move action. So I obscure the tower, and then I am also going to bound down the cliff closer to the village.
I love a bomb goes off, no one talks to each other, and both the cat people bound down the cliff. And it's just like,
Yeah.
She's kind of about level with them, right? People are trying to start getting out of this thing, but it's kind of slow going, right? There's a lot of families here. They certainly weren't ready to pick up their entire lives at a moment's notice. And yeah, that's what's going on. So Asher, to you.
I would like to look, does the tower have any defense mechanisms, say a big ship-killing gun, for instance?
Yeah, so kind of up the tower a little bit, right? It looks like there is kind of like an old cannon here, right, that you could use to fire at something to protect, right? Because these things had to protect themselves from Grimm in the past. So this was there had to be some kind of defenses up here, right? So you see that kind of on the side of the tower, and yeah, there is a cannon there. Would you like to attempt to use this?
I would like to run up to it and inspect it first.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
13.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you walk up and everything seems to be kind of in working order in this thing, right?
Yes.
It actually still has some dust in it, right? These guys were using it also. You also notice, right? So on the other side, I'm like here pointing at my screen, like you can even see what I'm doing. On the opposite side from this camp, right? So this is kind of like a sheer drop off on this side that leads kind of down into kind of like deeper valley, right? This is all like a big hill and climb that led up to this. There actually is a system of kind of like ropes that if someone needed to could move down this cliff.
Does everyone still have their radios?
Yeah, we established in the last episode that you could do like a very small range, kind of like local airdrop type communication with each other.
So I would definitely like to let everybody else know about the ropes that I noticed. I would then like to get into the cannon.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, what? You want to get into the cannon?
Well, no, not like, sorry.
Yeah, you have to like man it, right? It's like a little...
I'm picturing like Star Wars style, like chair cannon, right? Like, you know,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
I got worried for a second there.
Okay, so give me an intelligence check.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't even need to say it. Asher walks up to the cannon, and something gets stuck in his throat. He just coughs for like 6 minutes.
But what did you roll?
A 3.
So you walk up to this thing, you sit down in the seat, yeah, and you can't make heads or tails of how to work this thing, right? It's old, and yeah, so you're sitting there kind of scratching your head, but you're in it. You're ready to use it. It is now the ship's turn. So this ship swings by for another pass at this and drops another round right along that ridge. Again, missing its target, but a little bit more accurately this time. And Phoenix, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 7.
Okay, yeah, roll me a 2d6.
Dude, how much?
Okay, great. Yeah, so this thing
Okay,
like, lays
great,
down,
he says.
lays down like another little bombing run here on this other ridge. Again, moving a little bit closer to its target, a little bit more accurate this time. You guys kind of watch in horror as this dust bomb like falls and fire bombs like the side of this cliff. And Phoenix, you try to dodge out of the way of it after you've leapt down, and while you're gaining your footing to leap down again, you see this thing spread along, and some of the edge of that blast like washes over you and burns past you, and you take 13 fire damage.
Woo! Whoa, wait, what? 2x fire damage?
Oh wait, no, that doesn't even make sense. You rolled 7,
No.
right?
I got 7 total.
7 fire damage, and
Oh my
yeah.
god, did you give me a heart attack over here?
So that brings us to Pike, and this thing is starting to circle around again. This time it's closer.
While still staying within range to attack, I'd like to move more to the right. I'd like to move away from where all the people are.
I'm also going to remind you that you guys are in this cloud that Arasha dropped up there. It is going to be hard for you to see out of that as well.
Hey, you see that tree down there? Can I land on that tree?
Yeah.
I land on that tree.
Uh-oh.
And then I fire my attack so I can see now. So I'm going to channel my fire dust in a new way by using a level 2 fire spell called Scorching Ray. But really, what I'm doing is I'm using my dust. And I'm going to use an aura point to get advantage on this hit.
So we will say this, right? This thing is starting to circle around and it's getting closer here, and right at the bottom of it is opening again to drop another bomb out of it. You can aim for this bomb.
Yeah, Independence Day it.
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie, there is no option. I'm aiming for the bomb. So I'm going to roll a d20.
Yep, and it would be your
First
dexterity
one?
modifier on it.
Is a 2.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the other one.
I'm just gonna let you know that would not work. That one would not work.
Okay, hang on, wait. So Scorching Ray, I create 3 rays of fire. Do I roll for each one?
Okay, so yeah, you do get 3 separate attacks for that.
Okay, so that was okay.
That was the first shot.
Resolve,
my first
resolve
one.
the first one. Let's resolve the first one, right?
It's a 10.
And I also got an 18, and I also got a 15.
Okay, so the first one goes wide. The second 2 hit. Give me your damage on those.
15.
Yeah, that's more than enough. So yeah, this thing starts to drop this bomb. You're able to shoot this thing out of the sky with your scorching ray. Like you kind of leap off, like land in the tree branch. You fire 3 blasts, and you catch the bomb. And it explodes, right? Buying you guys a little bit more time. It actually rocks the ship just a little bit. Yeah, you actually rock the ship for about 6 damage.
Ooh, that feels
So yeah,
good.
it rocks a little bit and starts to circle back around again. And we are up to Phoenix.
Well, I don't want to be in the fire anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to bound out of said fire down further to Alabaster.
He is freaking out a little bit, right? Because this fire is spreading towards his cage. Yeah, so you leap down there. What are you doing down there?
I try to like open the door to this cage. Can I do it?
Yeah, you can. It's locked. You're gonna have to give me a strength check.
I got a nat 20.
Nice. Yeah.
I got
you,
420.
Wow.
Nice.
yeah, you grab this thing and you just like rip off the whole thing off the hinges, right? 'Cause it's like hardy wood and like bamboo type thing. You just rip this whole thing off the hinges. And what are you doing from there? Alabaster's standing up. He's like grasping at you for help.
I say, consider this a favor, and I pick him up so he's not sitting like he's not down anymore, and I pick him up and I pull him out of the cage. I want to look for an opening, Eddie, so I kind of look around to see where I can go that isn't completely on fire.
Yeah, you guys could start to make a break for screen left there, off the side, kind of closer. Yeah, right over there. You guys can start to make a break. That's the same side that the people are going to be trying to evacuate down to. Just
Is that like
so
the
you
tree
know.
line?
Yeah, the tree line will be that way, and they're coming out of that side. Arashtra, we are to you.
I'm going to use my crossbow, and I pull
Okay.
out yellow dust, and yeah, I'd like to shoot at the airship.
Cool.
Short
Give me
search.
your roll.
Score 17,
Oh no, yeah. So that hits. Give me your damage roll.
12 damage.
All right, so yeah, you kind of scurry around this corner and take aim at this thing as it's starting to get ready to come in for another pass, and you fire your crossbow and you manage to catch the underside of like one of the wings with the electricity dust, and right, that shakes it, and you actually see that the little shutter that's trying to open the bomb malfunctions a little bit, so it is unable to do it for this pass. To you, Asher.
I want to shoot the gun. Is there
Now's the best time.
is there like a manual? How do I go?
Right, you've had a
Here.
little bit of time to study it now. Right,
Okay,
so
great,
give me
great. So how
another
am I feeling?
give me
Yeah,
another
do I-
intelligence check.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Hey.
Yes. It's like turn it on and then I find like auto target or something,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah,
Like,
you turn it on and you're gonna get advantage, right? Because you're able to like not only turn it on, but you figure out like a auto target on it, and so you get advantage on this roll, which I'm assuming you're gonna fire onto this ship.
Yeah, I would like to specifically target one of the engines or one of the boosters.
Yeah.
Just slowly fell down that. Oh, that was a 5. Thank God I have advantage. We'll see actually. Yes.
Yes, you find the auto target on this thing. The gun like swivels, like almost as if like not completely under your control, and you just blast this thing right inside one of the booster engines or whatever on the side as it passes around. Go ahead and roll me 2d10.
Yeah, sorry. That's 11.
So yeah, you hop in the seat, flick this thing on, turn, it like swings, and you blast one of the thruster engines right away. Completely detonates on one side of this thing. Right, it rocks a little bit. It is smoking at this point as it swivels around for another run. I just want to note, importantly, the fact that you guys did this damage and disrupted it. You were able to buy people inside the cave enough time to get off of this level. Which
Yay!
just so you know that your actions had a consequence. Right, this thing is jammed and can't open its thing for this next bombing run, so it still is kind of in a holding pattern over this
Way to go, Rasha.
cliff. And now we go to Pike.
I mean, it kind of worked last time, so I'm gonna use Scorching Ray again, and I'm just gonna roll 3 d20s at once. Is that okay? I'm attacking the ship.
Yeah, go for
It's
it.
gonna look cooler that way. We got an 11.
Ooh.
No, we got 15, a 6, a 16, a 6. Wait, it's plus 4. 15, a 6, and a 14.
The first one of those hits.
7 damage.
Yeah, you are still in your spot in the tree, and you fire 3 scorching rays. Right, the first one connects kind of near the cockpit of the ship. The other 2 kind of spin off.
One got real close.
Yeah, you crack the windshield of this thing, and it is looking pretty bad. Kind of on its last wing here. So yeah, that's where we are at now.
Oh,
and
retroactively, I would like to let you know I used our closed circuit scroll communication to say, by the way, I found a gun after I hit the
Yeah. Until that moment, Pike went, "Oh God, what now? No, not something else. No!" For 6 seconds.
And
That's how I felt.
we are to Phoenix.
Well, I guess I've got Alabaster here, and all the people who are kind of streaming, like running away, right? So to Alabaster, go with them.
Give me a charisma check.
17 plus 2.
He looks off for just a second as you say that, like he's thinking about something, but you actually say that like pretty aggressively, and he kind of like steps and falls in line and listens to you. All right, let's go to Arashtra.
I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna use my other thing of yellow dust and fire at the ship. 18.
That's gonna hit. Don't even worry about rolling me your damage. This thing is on its very last leg, right? You turn and you fire another one of your crossbow bolts at this thing. Right, this time it shatters the cockpit that Pike had already started to crack, and right, electrifies this whole thing. You see electricity like kind of ripple through the whole ship, and boom, like the whole thing starts to explode. But it starts spinning wildly out of control on its way because it was coming in for a bombing run, and now this thing is tumbling towards the mountain.
I would like to shoot it out of the air, please.
Yeah, you want to try to you want to give it a shot to knock it off of its trajectory?
Either knock it off its trajectory or like make it much less.
If he blows it up in the air.
Okay, go ahead and give me your shot with this cannon.
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay. Yeah. So this thing kind of started to careen out of the sky and tumble right towards this side of the cliff that you guys are all on. And Asher is on point, swivels, blasts this thing out of the sky, right, preventing it from basically colliding with the side of this cliff that you all are on. And so it detonates in the air, but there is shrapnel kind of falling. And go ahead and give me dexterity saves, everybody.
15.
18. Sorry, I actually rolled a nat 20. Sorry,
20.
hold on 1 second.
11 total.
Asher, you're able to kind of like roll out of the way as like a huge chunk of the wing like comes and smashes down. However, it does take out the communications tower as it does so as you are kind of moving out of the way. Phoenix, you take 7 damage as you shield some people that are right. More of the shrapnel is landing towards them, and you shield them with your body and take 7 damage. Yeah, so different pieces of it, like of the ship, collide with the cliff, and some rocks come showering down. Arashtra and Pike each take 3 damage.
When I was rolling out of the way to safety, was I able to see what the progress bar was at?
So that was the
screen?
thing. Nobody stayed near this thing, so we have no idea where that progress bar.
You said the cannon was right next to the shack.
I was just about to go. You should check in on the progress bar.
You guys held out up there for quite a while, right? But it is unknown to you now whether or not your call for help went out. The power shuts down as part of this cliff kind of erupts in fire. Again, it would have been much worse if Asher actually hadn't done that. And yeah, you guys get people to safety. You find yourselves a little banged up as you're kind of going down this cliff. And kind of what is everybody's reactions to this? Where are you guys all at?
So I feel like since I was all the way up at the top, like I'm now just walking up to them and just like, that could have gone better.
I look out to the burning fires ravaging this once thriving settlement.
Community. Yeah.
The chili spilled in vain. And I turn to Asher and I say, but it could have gone worse.
As you say that, like there's like another little mini explosion like up behind you, like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I repeat, nodding my
A
head.
second,
But it
a
could have
second
gone
pot of
worse.
chili falls over and spills everywhere.
Yeah, so that is where we will close it out this week, right? You guys have no idea if your message got out, and you now have kind of a couple of new problems on your hands that we will check back in with next week, right? There's all these people with nowhere to go, and you now have Sheriff Alabaster in tow, right? As we will be heading back to Kuchinashi, because you know that now that you've accomplished this mission, we are going to be heading back to the city to reconvene and figure out what our next steps are.
But it could have gone worse.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Great.